Everybody got their seeds? Anybody need seeds? Okay, you got your seeds, all right. No, we just keep passing them out in case people didn't get them, if they were not here at a certain time. Or you can get more or whatever. We're looking into seeing the possibility of, at the end of the month, when we're hoping to have our service outside, there's a beautiful garden out there. We're hoping to see if maybe we can plant our seeds in their garden. So, speaking of which, we are spending the month of October in the Garden of Awakening. Not the Garden of Eden, but the Garden of Awakening. Not in the Vita, but the Garden of Awakening. So the first week, we spent preparing the soil of our soul and pulling out weeds by the roots. Last week we talked about focusing on planting the seeds of our awakened desire and intention, so that we're not just planting any old seed, but we're planting the ones that have the most meaning for us. And this week we really want to focus on nurturing those seeds with affirmation and attention. And we're going to talk about some particular types of affirmation and attention that will really nurture those seeds into full bloom. So to nurture those seeds that we planted in the soil of our soul, we have to commit some time and attention and energy. I have discovered with multiple experiments that they do not just happen all by themselves. They really want attention, energy, and time in order to come to full blossom. And that's absolutely true of our intentions and our heart's desires also. You know how sometimes you get this great idea and you think, wow, that would be terrific, and then you get no more time, energy, and attention. You wonder, what happened? Where did it, how come it didn't happen? Well, it didn't happen because it withered on the vine from lack of attention, time, and energy. So we need to shift our thoughts and our feelings and our beliefs so that they can be supportive of the growth of those intentions and desires that we hold dearest in our hearts. The Buddha taught this: we are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. And with our thoughts, we make our world. So that thinking and that adding the juice of feeling to it creates our belief and our consciousness, which creates the reality that we experience in life. So our thoughts, our feelings, and our beliefs, our consciousness are absolutely important in order to manifest and to live that which is inside of us, to bring it forth outwardly. And we need to bring, it's a good idea if we bring some order and focus to the whole thing too. I've noticed scattered sort of attention and energy tends to dissipate and not amount to a whole hill of beans. I didn't intend that, but it was pretty good. It worked. So if we scatter, things just sort of get scattered. You notice how, sometimes seeds will get scattered and then little birds come by and pick them up, and then nothing really happens with the seeds that you thought maybe you planted. So we've got to bring some order and some focus to our actions with a sense of clarity and purpose, so that we're really focused on that idea, we're really clear of the idea, we're really clear of the intention, so that it gets all that nurturance and energy and time. It also helps to build conviction and trust and faith. It's amazing. That's kind of almost like a fertilizer type thing. Conviction, energy, or trust and faith. It is like putting it in good potting soil, not just any old dirt, or throwing it on the concrete. So we really need, what? Miracle, oh yeah, Miracle Grow is, it's a miracle! That stuff really, I used it, and it's true what they say. It really helps. So, St. Paul said this, though, if we bring all of what I'm talking about to this experience of really nurturing that seed of intention that we plant in the soil of our soul, St. Paul said that the one who begins a great work in you will complete it through you. So this is the good news, folks. We're not alone in this. We're in a divine partnership with Father, Mother, God's Spirit. And the whole universe is conspiring for our good. It's conspiring for that garden to blossom fully, if we cooperate and allow it. A lot of it's about getting out of the way, but a lot of it too is about showing up and about being committed and saying, yeah, I really want this to come to full bloom, to full fruition, and I'm willing to commit to it with the energy, the thought, the feeling, the action that is required to make it happen. So it's true for us individually, it's true for an actual garden, and it's true for the garden of your soul, it's true for a community. It's true for this community pea patch, this community garden that we're growing as well. Now, many of us have wrestled with, at one time or another, some fundamental and universal questions about our lives. Probably the most famous one is, who am I? This is, on the, what is that, the Jeopardy show, or what is it? Oh, Family Feud. Number one answer is, who am I? That seems to be the most asked question. Second one is, where did I come from? Where exactly did I come from? The third one, why am I here? Yeah, I can see some of you have had this question, and they still have this question. And the fourth one is a mystery bonus question that will be revealed shortly. But let's unpack those a little bit and see if we can uncover some actionable answers to those questions. So who am I? You are a child of spirit. That's who you are, fundamentally. You are a child of spirit. And you're more than that. You're an emanation of spirit. You are one with spirit. You are spirit. You are a God seed planted in the soil of the universal soul by spirit itself. You're a God seed. And if you think any less of yourself, see me after school. Because I'm going to hold up a mirror in my eyes of who you truly are. You are a God seed. You're called to bloom as an individualized and unique expression of the one spirit. Every single one of us, that gives me chills to think about. Every single one of us is called to bloom as an individualized and unique expression of the one spirit. If you don't bloom, we're missing that flower in our garden. No one else can bloom exactly you. Only you can do that. We are here to be the experience and the expression of spirit on earth in human form. We are the flowers in this garden called humanity. We're it. Second question, where did I come from? From the one source of all creation, spirit itself. That's where we all came from. And we're made of spirit stuff, God's seed. That's why we are so magnificent and so powerful, and it's a shame that we forget it so frequently and so often. You're created from the ultimate and the eternal parent, Papa, Abba. Abba is an Aramaic term, it's from the Aramaic language that Jesus spoke originally. We are created from that eternal parent, that divine parent, which is both father and mother and so much more. That divine parent, which is loving and nurturing. You may not have had that from a human parent. Some of us didn't. But you've always had it from Abba, from Papa, from the divine parent. Totally loving, unconditionally loving and nurturing. You're a divine idea in the mind of spirit. Lovingly nurtured into full bloom, if we allow it. Spirit will impose full bloom on us, but if we allow it. Third question, why am I here? Why am I here? Well, in the ancient Greek language, the word human meant to be the dispenser of God's gifts. That's a big reason why we're here. We're here to be the dispenser of God's gifts. We're from spirit, we are God's seed, and we're here to dispense that as a gift to all of humanity. We're here to experience and express spirit as love and truth and peace and power and prosperity and perfection and presence, abundance, harmony, health, wholeness, creativity. Name some of your favorites. Shout them out. What else are we here to be? What experience? Joy. What else? Ease, peace. What else? Beauty. Abundance. Grace. Yeah.
Blissful.
Bliss. Yeah, absolutely. We're all of that and so much more. Words we haven't even made up yet. That's what we're here to experience first, and then to express it. To express it. So that others might experience it in our presence. How cool is that for you to shed that beautiful light in this ever-widening circle around you so that when people walk into your space, they're like, wow, I feel better. I don't know why, but I feel better. Yeah. We're here to discover and to reveal and to manifest and express our heart's deepest desires and intentions. That's what we're called to. That seed has been planted in the soil of your soul by Spirit itself. And only you can manifest it as fully as Spirit intends. We're here to awaken our passion and to discover our purpose and to activate the path that unfolds that passion and purpose and to live as the promise that is the fulfillment of that passion and purpose. That's what we're here for. And that passion and purpose is all about love. And the path is all about service. And the promise is all about remembering who we truly are, who we've come here to be and what we've come here to do out of that beingness. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. Step into that. Live into that. We're here to truly nurture and fully bloom that which is within us so that it is expressed outwardly, that God seed. Give it all the nurturance and attention you possibly can. I can't wait to see it all fully blooming. I mean, my gosh, on the 30th, we're just going to look magnificent. Of course, we'll be wearing costumes, but hey, many of us will be looking really kind of crazy, but that's okay. It's a crazy blooming time. Rumi wrote this: if you do not perform the one task for which you have been sent, it will be as if you have done nothing. Wow. Rumi's kind of like Rumi's kind of like Thomas from the Gospel of Thomas. I mean, they're kicking, you know what? They're saying, okay, get on it. And Thomas says the same thing. If you don't bring forth what is within you, you'll be cursed, because you'll be destroyed, because the real you isn't really coming out. And that's what they're both saying, is if we don't fully express who we truly are most authentically and most powerfully, it doesn't get expressed at all, and it's as if it never happened. So the best in us never gets fully expressed. So you gotta let it rip. You gotta let it out. Now I promised you the fourth mystery bonus question. How? This is another very frequently asked question that is none of our business. But we ask it anyway. Because, you know, just like Eve ate the apple and she wasn't supposed to. I mean, I'm the worst. I mean, you should have seen me in all my science classes. I did all the things they told us not to do. You know, catching the lab on fire, went through so many frogs. It was unbelievable. So some of us feel compelled to do what we're not supposed to do. So there's that question, how? How do I fully answer and fulfill the other three questions, right? It's like, how? How do I do it? But how? That's like a no offense, but it's like a little kid that's always going, how? Why? You know? I mean, we were that at one time. How do I live fully? And how do I live completely fulfilled and expressed? And here's the answer to how. How is Spirit's part of the equation. God reveals the how. If we stop monkeying with it, just let it go. God reveals the how. Our part is a very, very clear what. What is the intention? A clear what of intention that we want to experience and express. That's our job. And when we get crystal clear, the how begins to show up, because Spirit begins to reveal that before us. So the answer, one of the answers to helping us to unfold that how, and get Spirit to help reveal the how, is prayer. Prayer. It reveals the how. How is H-O-W, stands for heart, open, and watchful. Okay? Heart, open, and watchful. That's the only business we have about how. Heart, open, and watchful. And then we use prayer to kind of open that space even wider and more receptively. Prayer. P-R-A-Y-E-R. Prayer. Perfect receptivity affirms your expected results. Perfect receptivity affirms your expected results. Prayer. Prayer, now here we go. Here's the miracle grow. Prayer is a miracle grow. That's the spiritual fertilizer that nurtures the seeds of intention. Prayer. So love and prayer, both. In the Gospel of, not Thomas, we did Thomas last week. Praying with faith, what we do is we affirm and we ask and we believe and and we open ourselves to receive. That's the why it's the heart open and watchful. So we open up to receive that. We ask believing that we will receive it. The Gospel of Mark teaches us this. Therefore I say unto you, whatsoever things you desire, when you pray, believe that you receive them, and you shall have them. Ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be opened to you. We got to be open. Ever tried to, squeeze just a few extra things in your suitcase? You got to have a wide open space to put more in. So you got to open up to receive and believe that it's on its way. It's already on its way. All that you desire, everything that you desire and need to fulfill your intentions and your deepest heart's desires is in your own hand. It's already in your own hand. So I'm going to teach you another way of looking at our 5-step treatment or spiritual mind treatment or prayer. Another way of looking at it. And it's a way that helps us remember the 5 steps. And also it helps us kinesthetically to create a new neural pathway in our brain or a new pattern for us to remember. So first step of treatment, thumb, okay? Recognition. Yeah, this is good. Do it with me. Because if you move your body at the same time that you're using your brain, it works better. The whole thing works better. So thumb, recognition. Spirit is A-OK, and it is the source of creation and all the qualities that we seek. Okay, step 1. Step 2 is your index finger. Okay, index finger. Okay, that's unification. I am one with spirit and all of the qualities that I seek. So now I've got spirit and I are one. Okay? The third finger, the middle finger, is your, wait, get that fourth one out of here. What is that? Prosper and whatever Spock says. I'm not good with separating my fingers. But the second finger, then you've got the second finger. This is sort of a victory here because this is the realization step. This middle finger is the realization. I realize the truth that what I'm seeking is sourced in spirit, but it's already so in me because I'm one with spirit. So that's victory there with realization. So we've got spirit, recognition, I'm one with spirit, and guess what? I just realized I've got everything I need right here. It's already so. I realized the truth. And then the fourth finger, now I get to have my fourth finger, it's the ring finger. And that's thanksgiving. That's thanksgiving. Having recognized the allness of spirit, that I'm one with spirit, and then I realize that the truth that I'm seeking is already so within me because I'm one with spirit, then I can't help but be grateful. Because I got a ringer. I have a ring finger. I have a ringer here. So I'm faithful, and I'm trusting, and I'm in gratitude already without need of any proof. And I'm grateful for knowing that that is the truth. I've made a commitment to know the truth. Ring finger. And finally, the pinky. The pinky is the release step. Having all of that, I just release it and let it go, knowing that it is already so. Recognition, unification, realization, thanksgiving, and release. Right? Are you ready to receive? Okay? 5 steps of treatment. All that you desire and everything you need to fulfill it is in your own open hand. Okay? Make sense? I can see parts of your brain going, ooh, ooh. You're cutting a new groove in your brain. Now, the very heart of yours and spirit's deepest heart's desire and intention is supported by love and prayer. Prayer and love. These are 2 very powerful and strong affirmative energies. The light of love is one of the best nutrients that you can have for awakening your soul's garden into full bloom. Love. Life choices are often motivated either by fear or by love. By have-tos or shoulds, or by love-tos. Love-tos is a very powerful energy. Instead of I have to or I should, I love to do my prayer work. I love to do my spiritual practice. I love to do my homework in the classes I'm taking so that my instructors are feeling like they're making a difference, right? Okay. Love makes the way easier and much more rewarding. Fear, on the other hand, makes the way difficult and ineffective. Fear is, it can be a good motivator to get you off the dime, but you don't want to put up a condo there. Right? Don't plant your garden there. Nurture your intention with love. Nurture the intention with love, with the vibration of the Most High, the vibration of Spirit. That is Spirit. That is love. That is the vibration of the Most High. And that will nurture your garden to magnificent bloom. That's even more powerful miracle growth. Choose love and enthusiasm. Be enthusiastic about those seeds that you plant in theos, in the energy, in the Spirit of God. And then you will gain the support of the divine itself. You gain the support of the entire universe. The power of the universe then becomes on your side. I mean, how can you lose, right? It's a no-brainer. It's a winner. Ramakrishna taught that the supreme purpose and goal for human life is to cultivate love. Gosh, what if we, that was all, the first line in all of our job descriptions. Set the first line the moment we're born on the birth certificate. The purpose of this person coming to earth at this point in time is to love. Is to be the presence of love. Wow. How cool would that be? And it is, if we choose. Love and enthusiasm raises us up. It raises us up in an energy that gives us grace and ease to fulfill those things that we want to fulfill. And guess what? In that energy of love, obstacles just sort of melt and dissolve away. Because that energy is like a laser. The energy of love and light is like a laser. And then the power of the universe of divine creation flows in and through and as each one of us and attracts other supportive voices and energy and talents and resources. It's amazing. Once we start getting on a track, have you experienced that? You're on a track of something that you're really passionate about, and all of a sudden, things that you didn't even dream of or even ask for start showing up. People jump on board, and they're like, hey, can I participate in that? Can I be in that? Can I be involved in that? And people bring talents that you don't have, but they do, that's going to help boost that plant to grow even bigger and wider. Have you experienced that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Nurture the seeds that you plant, the seeds that you choose to plant with the vibration of love. And people will start to resonate. They'll feel that energy vibration, and they will resonate with that and be drawn to you and what it is that you're growing, what it is that you're bringing forward. They'll want to plant something in your pea patch. They'll resonate with that. Just as tuning forks, if I hit a C tuning fork, everybody that's holding a C, their tuning fork will start to vibrate. If I hit a B, then all the Bs will start to vibrate. We resonate to that vibration. So if I hit the tuning fork of love, everybody holding the love tuning fork vibrates, resonates with it, and gets excited about it. Love nurtures. Love supports and attracts. Love radiates enthusiasm and energy. And it also supports people doing something completely different. Just that love energy supports all the various plants that are wanting to come forth. Be and do what it is that you love, because that love will attract more enthusiasm, more support, and more good things. Do what you love, and do it with enthusiasm and passion, and everything you need, and then some will be drawn to you. That energy field of love attracts everything you need, and even things you didn't realize you needed, so that you even go beyond where your dream started. The dream grows. It expands. It becomes more even than you can conceive. And you start to attract a whole community of support. Imagine a community that's as invested in your flower blooming as you are. Imagine that. Or conversely, imagine yourself being as invested as the rest of the community is invested in you. Imagine that. And imagine we take both of those powerful energies together. It's unstoppable. The possibilities are endless. When we do that, when we open up in that way, and we resonate and vibrate in the vibration of the Most High, in love and in prayer, in spirit itself, then the invisible and the impossible begins to morph into the visible and possibilities. What seems impossible manifests, and it is no longer impossible. With love, the garden grows with an abundant harvest that we can spare and share with one another. Imagine if each of us plant our seeds and really nurture them, we'll have vegetables for Thanksgiving. So think about that. If we really plant and nurture the seeds that are ours to plant and nurture, imagine the possibilities. My favorite philosopher, Anonymous, you remember Anonymous, so many important things. Says, when somebody says something really profound, why do they not take credit? That's amazing. So Anonymous said this: love is the single most potent force in the universe, a cosmic impulse that creates, maintains, directs, informs, and brings to its proper fruition every living thing. I'm going to say that again, and you can read along with me. Love is the single most potent force in the universe, a cosmic impulse that creates, maintains, directs, informs, and brings to its proper fruition every living thing. Wow. Love is an important thing to cultivate in us, around us, through us, as us. The energy of the Most High makes things possible. So blessings on your journey of nurturing your garden of awakening. And this week I'm going to ask you to nurture your seeds of intention using prayer. Perfect receptivity affirms your expected results. And shifting from have to love to energy, to grow your gardens with love and enthusiasm. And just notice what happens when you shift to love to energy. Love to. It's not saying force yourself to love something you hate. It's asking you to redirect your energy and put your most powerful energy on the things you love, the people you love, the projects you love. Love what you do what you love. Notice what happens. It's a whole different game, whole different thing. Blessings on your journey.